I'm with Speaker Scott Saiki, who is running for re-election in House District 25. Aloha, Speaker.
Hi, Lorna. Thanks for having me today.
Tell us, where were you born and your childhood ohana?
Okay, so I was born in McCully, but I was raised in Kailua. I attended Kailua Elementary School with my two sisters. My father's retired from the post office. My mother got her MSW after grad school. We basically had a middle class upbringing in Kailua.
And where do you call home now and your adult ohana?
So I live in Kakako with my wife Patsy and our cat Emmy, and we live in a high rise, and we have some really great neighbors.
Please tell us about someone who's your personal hero, who inspires to keep you going every day.
Okay, so the person who stands out is former Supreme Court Justice Ed Nakamura. He was a labor lawyer who represented LWU, and he drafted labor laws that still stand with us today, such as the Prepaid Healthcare Act and workers' compensation. But just as importantly, Ed Nakamura was a reformer. He believed that government must give people opportunity, and in his view, public corruption stood in the way of that goal. And so he wasn't afraid to take on abuses, such as major ethical allegations involving the employees' retirement system and Bishop Estate trustees. But what made him more upset was that Democrats did not intervene to stop those abuses. He believed that Democrats needed to step up and clean those up. I've always shared Ed's fight for reform. I've done that in the House. I will continue to do that. And that's one reason why I created a commission chaired by Judge Dan Foley that is now drafting proposed ethics reforms for the legislature.
Mm-hmm. And what have been some defining moments in your life that helped to shape you as a Democrat?
So I think being in the class of 1991 at the Richardson Law School was really important. Our class was one of the more activist classes in recent history. In our third year, we worked with students to draft a proposal for a 60-hour pro bono law student graduation requirement. We also petitioned to reinstate a civil rights class and to create the public defender clinic. And what was important was that law students initiated these proposals in a persuasive way that convinced the faculty to approve them in 1991. But we didn't stop there. I continued my battle for reform after being elected to the House. People don't know that one half of my time in the House was as a dissident member. But in 2013, we changed the House leadership, and that change led to significant reforms. For example, since 2013, we approved same-sex marriage, abortion rights, 100% renewable energy mandate, assisted suicide, all-male voting, gun legislation, Title IX protection, medical cannabis, transgender protection, a permanent and refundable EITC, and the $18 minimum wage that will be the highest in the nation. But I give all of the credit to my House colleagues.
What does serving the people mean to you?
So the bottom line is listening to people's concerns and taking action. For example, working with residents, we have reformed the 8th CDA to make it more responsive to residents' concerns, fought the Chun brothers for 7 years to take back our Kakako roads, created the Ala Kakako Security Watch when crime increased, started road repairs, and funded a new crosswalk to protect parents and children. I want to thank all the residents also for standing together on these issues.
Why do you believe you're the right Democrat for the job of representative from House District 25?
So, aside from being a really good baker, I can get things done for our community and our state. I understand the concerns of people who live here in the community with me, and I know that they want security, housing opportunity, and quality of life.
If you win and can accomplish two things while you're in office, what would they be? Two more.
So the first is the combination of homelessness and affordable housing. Second is government reform.
If Democrats want to volunteer for your campaign, how can they contact you?
Please contact scottsaikihawaii.com.
Mahalo, Speaker, and aloha.
Thank you very much, Lorna.